if I ever saw gold get to the point where I thought it was really, overpriced or expensive, if I thought assets looked cheap in terms of gold, I would want to use that gold to accumulate other assets. But I'm hoping that I'll accomplish that more with my mining stocks. I think that the last bubble is going to be in the mining stocks, particularly the junior mining stocks. So that's what I'm hoping to really liquidate. Before I really start buying a bunch of stuff, I'd like to sell my mining stocks. And I'm hoping I can sell a lot of these stocks, not only 10x, but 50x, some 100x, some of these small ones, for what I paid for them. I think they'll be way overpriced by then, but I think at some point there will be a huge bubble. I think a lot of these institutional investors that have no exposure to this sector will eventually have exposure. And it's a small sector, and I think the prices are going to go way up. There'll be a real sexy story at that time, and I think it'll be like the 1980s or the 1970s rather, leading up to 1980. It's interesting. We're very close now. We're about a week away from the 50th anniversary of Nixon's 1971 decision to temporarily take us off the gold standard. It's been 50 years, still waiting to go back. But when he took us off the gold standard, he set off a massive rally in gold and an even more spectacular rally in mining stocks. And so I think we're going to see something similar to that happen again, not because the U.S. goes off the gold standard, but because the world goes off the dollar standard. And when that happens, I think the dollar is going to finish the big decline that it started in the 1970s. And you may think that the world's going to turn to Bitcoin. I don't see that happening at all. I think people are going to leave the dollar and Bitcoin, and they're ultimately going back to gold.
Peter, I'm going to leave you with one thing. You almost said it earlier. I can read your mind. You and I have this connection. I can read your mind. Once Bitcoin broke $42,000, I know that you know and think that it's going higher. Gold is not going to go higher this year. Please.
Wow, you don't know that.
Please buy some Bitcoin. Just buy it.
Well,
worst case, if it doesn't work, hold on. Worst case, if it doesn't work, then you can say, my kid did it, Pomp did it, all my other friends did it. I just wanted to have the entertainment of losing money alongside them. Yeah. But if it works, you'll send me a Christmas card at the end of the year and tell me thank you.
Yeah, so peer pressure. You think that's gonna get me to get?
Do you think today we're sitting at $46,000? Look me square in the eye and tell me you don't think Bitcoin's gonna be higher at the end of the year.
Look, higher than it is today. Look, I don't know. I mean, look, but there are a lot of things that I think could be higher at the end of the year. That's what I'm buying. I want to buy stuff that I have confidence in. I want to buy stuff with real value. I buy businesses that pay me good dividend income. I don't want to just gamble on Bitcoin. Sure, it could go up, but you know what? Let's say I buy it and it goes up. What if I don't sell it and then it goes down and I didn't even make any money? Even though it went up, I held on to it. I followed your advice. I bought it. I held on to it, and then it crashed. So even though it went up, who cares? So I don't want to, play in that sandbox with you guys.
If you put 5%, if you put 5% of your net worth in Bitcoin, you'll become a billionaire, and then I can run around and tell everyone I made Peter Schiff a billionaire.
You want me to put 5% of my net worth in Bitcoin to make you a billionaire?
No. Pomp made Peter Schiff a billionaire after he buys Bitcoin. That's going to be the story. No problem at all.
You know how to make a fortune in Bitcoin? No, I don't know. You know how to make a small fortune in Bitcoin?
What?
Start out with a large fortune. Yeah. See, I don't want to do that. I mean, look, I don't need to get rich in Bitcoin. I'm rich enough. So, but I don't want to go broke. And I think that if I put, obviously if I put a 5%, I'm not going to go broke.
Okay. So then put 5%, you'll be a billionaire, and then you'll send me a Christmas card.
I just don't believe there's any way that's going to happen.
Okay.
There's no, I mean, I don't think could Bitcoin go up from here? Sure. Can it go to 1 million? I think the odds of that are so minimal. Right? I know everybody just assumes that it's going to go up there. Everybody that owns it, that's why they're not selling.